With Vince Carter's retirement, we have reached the end of an era. Vince Carter was the last NBA player who starred on Nintendo 64. It's hard to describe Vinsanity for those of us who weren't NBA fans at the time, but it took over the NBA. Vince Carter first dunked a basketball in 6th grade. In a national high school dunk competition, Vince did his dunk, and they stopped the competition to save everyone's time. Well, when Vinsanity was born in the 2000 dunk contest, they probably could have done that as well. Kenny Smith even told them to.
Let's go home!
And with these dunks, Carter saved the contest, right after Kobe's 1997 dunk contest almost put it in the grave. Let's give it a rest, is what David Stern told the NBA Illuminati. The dunk contests have been slipping for years, for a number of reasons. For one, the league didn't take it seriously. Sure, a rookie Kobe won the 1997 dunk contest, but here was the competition. Darvin Ham, Chris Carr, Bob Shura, Michael Finley, and Ray Allen, who will be remembered for many things, but certainly not dunks. This is a long shot from dunk contests of the 80s. For 1 year, Dominique, Jordan, Clyde Drexler, and Dr. J competed. But flash forward to 1997, the pool was half-ass, and so were the dunks. Half-rotation windmills, and instead of 360s and 180s, we saw 90s. Even when Kobe was in the event, the NBA canceled the dunk contest the next year, which should say something. It is often remembered as the worst dunk contest ever. The NBA replaced the dunk contest in 1998 with 2-ball. There were 7 spots on the floor with different point values, and an NBA and WNBA player shot the ball over the course of a minute and saw who could score the most points. This lasted 3 whole years before being canceled. The 1999 lockout season, there was no All-Star break, so it had been 2 years since the dunk contest was active. Well, 2000 was the year to come back, and Vince Carter didn't know it yet, but he was going to save the contest. The night before the competition, Vince couldn't sleep. He lay awake in his hotel room thinking over his 6 planned dunks, over and over again. I guess even dunk contest saviors get nervous. In a pre-game interview, a newscaster wished Vince luck. His response was, "Aw, thanks. Thanks. I don't know, man." Well, that's not very reassuring. Vince Carter had his 6 planned out dunks. He decided to change his routine in the layup line. Every dunk but one had been completely improvised, some just seconds before completing his dunk. It was like watching Heath Ledger and Batman. A series of great moments were about to be put together on a whim. His first dunk was a 360 windmill, but with a 360 in the direction that would have been much harder to land with his dunking hand. They probably could have. 2 things were apparent. Vince Carter was winning this thing, and the dunk contest was back. The stadium erupted, and even Shaq had to get up so he could get a better angle with his old-timey camcorder. Dunk 2, the only planned dunk the whole contest. With one step, Carter lunged forward from behind the basket for a 180 perfect windmill. Another perfect dunk, thought all of the judges. Except Kenny Smith, of course, who gave Vince Carter his only 9 until Vince's last dunk. Dunk 3. I don't think it's ever happened where a judge jumps over the table before the competition is over to congratulate you on your victory. They didn't tell us about partners, so I was like, what the heck could I do? I think you came out alright, Vince. He had never practiced this dunk before, ever. Off the bounce, Vince Carter caught it with his left hand, perfectly put it between his legs to his right, and slammed it home. The crowd started to cheer before the dunk had even happened. Dunk 4. On a good day, I could have put my wrist in, says Dirk Nowitzki at 7 feet tall. It's not often someone throws their entire forearm in the rim on a dunk attempt. Maybe that's why the crowd was so confused after Vince completed it. It wasn't until the replay board showed he was elbow deep in the rim that the stadium exploded. The average length of a forearm, which Carter almost certainly has longer forearms than the average man, is at least 18 inches. This means when Carter got up on his dunk, if he put his hand up, it would have been at the top of the square, at least. Dunk 5 was the final dunk, and more of a victory cigar, really. Carter took off just inside the free throw line for a 2-handed dunk. Vince Carter remembers the night. After that first dunk that I made, I was like, I feel bad for everybody, even my cousin, because I was in a zone then that I couldn't even explain to anybody. Cheryl Miller remembers the night. Everybody was thinking it. God bless Vince Carter, the slam dunk competition is back. Vinsanity was born. The purple jerseys, the above the rim dunks, the old-timey camcorders. Vince Carter became the biggest star since Jordan, and he stayed that way for multiple years. To hear the story of how Vince Carter was traded for Luke Ridenour, check out the video on the screen, and be sure to subscribe or I will start a petition for the NBA to bring back 2-ball instead of the dunk contest.